All right. All right, so here we go, Robin. This I discovered on Twitter and I like quickly
Yes.
messaged you about it and I was like, I think, I had never seen this image before. I had to really, we were like tracking down, trying to investigate like where did they find this. So
That
we
took
did
such a
figure it
long time.
out. Yeah, that was kind of crazy, but I mean, it's a video that's been out since 2022, so the year the,
Hmm.
Avatar: The Way of Water came out, but it's crazy how some eagle-eyed fans are just still finding new little things in the background that weren't meant to be really seen in the forefront, but it's probably hard for them to literally be able to hide everything when 2 and 3
Yeah.
were kind of uh created like at the same time. So I can imagine how hard it is to create special features for those, trying to really keep everything else out. But yeah, this image here, we think it's going to be the her garment for the birthing ceremony that Kate Winslet had mentioned, also around 2022, right?
Yes, and you can actually see it in a behind the scenes photo.
Yeah,
There
right
you
here.
go. Yeah,
So
which
we
is
can really see like
so
that really
cool.
matches. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I she talked about with Stephen Colbert that the like she had a lot of weights everywhere. Like you could tell, she said she had weights in her ankles, in her neck, and even the fabric had to be really heavy because if not, it would just it wouldn't give the proper flow. So this
Hmm.
is because now we see here it's a very blurry image. It's very zoomed in, and in the video, the original YouTube video was put up by Weta Workshop, and it was called Avatar: The Way of Water: The Fabrics of Pandora, and it's just like a quick little image on a board, like way in the background. But yeah, we see here it really matches. So that's what I think we're gonna see. We didn't get the birthing scene in two, so we're obviously should be getting it in Avatar 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff that they covered in like behind the scenes and everything was obviously made at the same time because originally two and three were gonna be one movie, until
Yeah,
they figured out that it was gonna be way too long. I would have watched that,
yeah.
but still.
Would have spent 6 hours in the movie theater. But hey, money wise, they saw that just that first part of the, like you said, it was originally one super long movie. Just that first one became, one of the highest grossing movies of all time. So now anything they're
True.
gonna make with three, cherry on top, and we'll save that for another video of how we think three is gonna perform at the box office. I think that's a good topic
Oh,
for another
absolutely. Yeah.
video. But
We
yeah,
will
like
do
you
that. Yeah.
said, that's probably why it's so hard for them. Like here, they're trying to show you here on the table that's actually James Cameron's arm and hand right there. Pointing at some of the Metkayina stuff. But of course, eagle-eyed fans, it's still Metkayina, but it was just meant for movie three of her birthing ceremony that we could see there at the top left, and then we kind of highlighted here with the in the circle. So
It's
that's
such a
how
good catch.
eagle-eyed. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
and we actually think, or I had proposed to you, I was like, I wonder if that concept art for Avatar 3 that they released at D23, which is this scene right here by Dylan Cole, if this is actually the birthing ceremony, because I mean, it looks like some type of ceremony or something's going on. Everybody's gathered. And then we highlighted here that if you look there at the center of the image, there's like a
Hmm.
center person just like in the water. I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to represent, Ronal, leading the whole thing underwater right there, but it's interesting that you do see a central figure right there, like in the middle. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
this is speculation, but I mean, what do you think? Do you think that's what this could be depicting?
I'm trying to figure it out. It's definitely someone significant because otherwise they wouldn't be in the middle. But I'm also
Yeah,
really curious about the Tulkun, like right under that person.
exactly. Because I think we have it in this other one here from the visual dictionary for Avatar: The Way of Water. We do have this interesting passage here that is about ceremonial duties. So it says, as the Sahik, Ronal leads all ceremonies for the Metkayina clan. One of the more beautiful and empowering experiences is the first breath ceremony, where the whole clan is present for the water birth of a Navi baby under shallow water. Um, Ronal assists the mother in guiding her newborn as it kicks to the surface to take its first breath, a symbolic transition from water to air. The Metkayina also share this ceremony with the Tulkun, as we kind of see here. A Tulkun mother will give birth to a calf at the same time, who will join the Navi baby in being welcomed by the community. So
Wow.
it's a very interesting passage there, and this does look like shallow water, because it's not
It
in the
does,
deep.
yeah.
It's kind of close. We see there the huge roots of the mangroves where they have their little homes. So this is close to home. It's as shallow as it's gonna get. So that's actually pretty. That could be what that is. So that's
It
at
looks
least our
very ceremonial.
yeah, exactly.
I do
And
have another thought
mhm,
about that.
yeah,
Um, because this explains that as a Tahik, she's the one guiding a ceremony like that.
yeah,
But she said in her interview with Stephen Colbert that she's the one giving birth.
exactly. Because we do see that in
So
the she's pregnant in the way of water. Yeah.
is she gonna be doing that whole ceremony by herself and with the Tulkun, or is someone else gonna guide her? I'm very curious.
Right? Because let's go through her actual quote here. And when Stephen Colbert brought up this particular picture that we've been talking about behind the scenes, she says that's actually a birth giving ceremony that my character, who is a water goddess, I always found it curious that that's how she referenced Ronal, a water goddess, is essentially hosting. She said, we all held our breath and went underwater and gave birth. So yeah, she's including herself in that little group that went underwater and gave birth. So, and we did see her character pregnant in two. So like you said, it does seem like she's gonna give birth. Who's gonna maybe be the one guiding? Is it her guiding herself and maybe other people? Because it does say we all held our breath and went underwater and gave birth. I wonder if there's other Metkayina female expecting mothers that are also going to give birth, or how what
That
this
would be
quote
interesting.
um, completely represented. But so, like you said, it can either just be her, or it could be maybe there's. I mean, because some schools or some fish species do that, right? Where they're able to kind of coordinate when they give birth. I believe I've seen some documentaries. I mean, we've seen tons, but I'm pretty
Well,
sure some different species kind of coordinate their when they're going to give birth. So maybe they've adapted some
maybe,
kind of
yeah.
those fish qualities. I don't know.
Well, if the Tulkun are able to time it, because that's clearly said in the slide before,
Hmm.
that the Tulkun are able, or they give birth at the same time,
Yeah,
then I'm sure there is some sort of way that yeah, that they coordinate somehow. And I wouldn't be surprised because, again, this is Pandora.
yeah. Because at that point it'd be like, how many ceremonies are you doing every year? Like, oh my god, another one. Like,
Oh my God,
you
yeah,
know,
that's true.
one guiding, and you're like, guys, can we just coordinate here? All right, I only want to do one of these a year. Like we'll go all out. We're doing one, okay? I'm not doing 50 different birthing
Oh my
ceremonies in a
God.
year.
So everyone has the same birthday.
Heard it here, confirmed. Obviously, we don't know. We just that
We're
we're just
guessing.
speculating. Yeah, exactly. And so here's another one from. It's a different behind the scenes video that's focusing on Deborah Scott and on her costume work in the movie. So it's another
On the
costume
fabric.
video. This one even kind of is even more reminiscent. It's not Kate Winslet doing this one. This is when they're first. It seemed they're really testing different fabrics first with like some some other actors before the main actors came in, so they're really testing this. But that really does look very similar as well to the art
Yeah,
image there on the so uh this one even more so because it looks more like it's supposed to represent like a big flowy cape like that as well. So I'm sure they're
I think
both different ones are the same thing. Yeah.
I think that here they're testing the material of the fabric, and it
Okay.
could even be like material that wasn't used, or um, just something that they were, testing out to see if that would work both underwater but also aesthetically, um, which is
Yep.
really cool. That's one of the things that I love about the costume department, is that everything was made in real life, um,
Exactly.
to be recreated digitally in a very accurate way. And I don't know, that just adds so much life to the entire thing
Yeah.
that I think, yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, that's something they adapted even from the first movie. And it's something that maybe you don't think about, like you've said, unless you watch the behind the scenes. You think, oh, it's all CG. They just maybe made concept art and just created that digitally. But like you said, it's awesome that they actually, like not just Weta Digital gets work, but Weta Workshop, which is the hands-on, portion of the whole Weta company. They get their hand in this movie too, because like you said, they get to make all the garments, every weapon, everything that they wear, everything's made. So it adds another, like you said, sense of authenticity. They really could test how things are supposed to really flow. And this is maybe before they perfected exactly what weight they had to have it. Like Kate Winslet was saying, it was weighted a certain way so it flowed the way they wanted to. This was probably even earlier on when they were maybe seeing how much weight they had to apply. So that's very interesting.
True, yeah, yeah.
And I have one special one that you haven't even seen. I have one
Me?
last slide here. Yeah, I didn't show you
Oh
this
my
one,
gosh.
but it's another one that they showed another character wearing a
Oh.
flowing garment that maybe let's say maybe this is Tsireya and this is what she's wearing
Oh.
to your mother's birthing ceremony. And I love that in the same video where we saw the other one being tested, this one right here, they have right here, they're showing somebody swimming with, to me, looks like it's supposed to represent the garment we're seeing there on the left. Very flowy,
Yeah,
very.
you're right.
So I think they're testing that one right there as well, and that's gonna look great. Like I said, I don't know if that's
Ooh.
supposed to be Tsireya or who that is, but that looks great.
Well, do you remember in Avatar 2, in the scene with when they were visiting the Tulkun, or when they returned, and
Yeah.
Tsireya visited her Tulkun sister?
Mm.
She kind of did like a move, like a, what's it called? Like a flip underwater, and it really reminds me of the move that this person is doing here.
Doing
It
right there.
reminds me of her body language. It feels like
Yeah.
something today I would wear because of the way that she moves and the way that that her character is, because she's a lot more flowy and loose, and um, in comparison to her mother and father. So
Yeah.
it does reflect her character a lot.
Yeah, I think you're spot on right there. So that's also, we're just speculating, we're just guessing that this could be, Tsireya there on the left, that's an art, and this is going to be, the type of garment she's going to wear in Avatar 3 during that ceremony. So that'd be pretty cool if we get, that confirmed as well. But it does look great. It looks great in its own way. The other one is like more of a, majestic with the whole, big flowy cape, and it even looks like
In
she
the
has a crown
crown.
right there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like that's amazing. But hey, this one
that's a
looks,
queen.
yeah, that's a queen, and this is a princess. So you're right.
Exactly.
So you're right. There's Tsireya. It could be Tsireya right there. So, but yeah, that's something interesting that we found with scouring those behind the scenes videos. So just thought we would make a little video showing you guys and us discussing it. But let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about this? These art pieces. And are you excited to finally see the ceremony that honestly we've heard about since 2022?
Ooh.
So yeah, let us know down in the comments below.